If you're new to sewing your own clothes, you may have come across the word nap on patterns. What is nap and why does it require more fabric? This video will answer those questions and more. First, let's talk about what it is. Nap refers to the fibers that are woven onto fabric and raised up. It's similar to a rug and also referred to as the pile. Most napped fabrics are woven. Some examples are velvet, corduroy, velour, and suede. It may not look like it, but the pile always lies in a certain direction. Brush it one way and it'll be smooth. Brush it in the opposite way and the texture will be rougher and the color usually darker. Why is working with nap tricky? If you don't cut your pieces correctly and the direction of the nap is lying in different directions when you sew your seams, it'll make it look like you use different colors and will look amateur. Because of this, you'll see on the back of pattern envelopes and on the layout, there might be the words with nap or without nap. Fabrics with nap will need to be laid in a particular direction and therefore require more fabric. This is why the fabric amount on the back of the envelope might be higher than without nap. How do you know if your fabric has nap? Run your hand over it. Does it feel textured? Does the depth of the color change depending on how you brush it? If so, then you're working with napped fabric and should follow the with nap pattern layout on your pattern directions. If you're unsure, follow the with nap layout. It's better to be safe than sorry, and it'll never be incorrect. When laying out my pattern pieces, it's similar to working with directional fabric. With fabric chalk, mark the direction the nap is laying. So I'm marking an arrow in the direction the nap lies, so when I run my hand in this direction, it feels smooth. On my pattern pieces, I'll also mark an arrow. This is to make note of the top of the pattern based on when the garment is finished, so you're doing an arrow going in the direction of head to toe. When laying my pieces on the fabric, I want to make sure these arrows are all going in the same direction. If you want the nap to be flat, so when you run your hand down your body, it'll feel smooth, then I'll put my pattern so that my pattern arrow is going in the same direction as my fabric arrow. If I want my fabric color to be deeper, then I'll put down my pattern pieces so the pattern arrows are going in the opposite direction compared to my fabric arrow. This will waste fabric, but as long as all the pattern arrows are going in the same direction, your project will look good when finished. When sewing with napped fabric, it's recommended to use a walking foot because the fabric may crawl and end up uneven. The walking foot makes sure that both sides of the fabric in a seam are fed through evenly. You may also want to use a sharp needle and a smaller stitch length. Because fibers in napped fabric can become crushed and damaged, you'll want to be careful when pressing. Use a velvet pressing board or a towel. Put the right side of the fabric toward the towel and use a press cloth on the wrong side of the fabric or use steam depending on fabric care. You can also finger press instead of using an iron. Using napped fabric requires extra time and effort to make sure sewing with it is done right, but the results are well worth the effort. Our book, Professor Pincushin's Beginner Guide to Sewing, Garment Making for Nervous Newbies, is now available to order. Go to professorpincushion.com/books or click on the link in the description to see a list of vendors where you can purchase it.